think I'm finally going after some technical difficulties. Just went out and checked the drill, make sure everything looked hunky-dory, and not seeding heavy enough, so I gotta up the seed rate a little bit. And yeah, hopefully I can go now. Watching that drill like a hawk. Looking in my mirror, see if those flags are turning. I am just not used to driving this right now. Kind of just going all over the place here. Dad's filling his drill right now. We're gonna be out of sync for drill filling now, so till kind of reset tomorrow then. Planting organic oats. Haven't planted oats organically, and put it this way, I don't even remember planting oats organically. As far as I've been alive, I don't remember it. So giving that a whirl this year, using 2 different varieties. There's a milling place had a select few varieties that they want, so we had a kind of a short list to choose from. So we picked 2. Probably ain't gonna make too much difference between the 2, but pick 2 and might see some variations. We'll see how it fares and see how it goes this year. It all depends on Mother Nature too, if she's gonna provide some rain too. That's the next thing as well. At least the air conditioner works the tractor. That's good. It's starting to get a little warm. I still don't have my coveralls on yet, but I'm pretty dirty right now. Crawling around the drill and checking stuff, so I'm still seeding yet. I'm gonna have a rough furrow there. I hit the wrong remote when I start coming back down the field here. Put the back end down first by accident. I have a rough furrow here to go over. Maybe I can kind of fix it here. Definitely tell where it was disc last fall. It's far more dusty because of the ground's more exposed, but where there's stubble yet, it's actually pretty good. Hopefully there's plenty of moisture to get everything going here. So Sunday's gonna sap away a lot of moisture. It's supposed to get up to 80 degrees and high winds, so we got decent subsoil moisture right now for the time being. That 2-inch soaker really worked its way down. The organic program just gets smaller and smaller every year. It's just crazy. Like looking at the fields we have to, we got 2 summerfallow fields this year. You know, interseed with clover the year prior, and with last year's crop. And yeah, eventually I want to break up which field is it? The south side of where Dad's going right now. I kind of want to break up a field there. It's been an alfalfa grass for 10 years now, or no, I think it's been over 10 years now. But we don't want to quite do it yet because, well, we're gonna have a lot of crop in a line there, which isn't good, especially if it's organic. A lot of tillage here. Can't really do. We got to keep a nice rotation here. Crop field alfalfa, just so wind erosion help keep it down. So, but there's a field further south there you might put in alfalfa maybe in a couple years from now, and then we'll bust up that little piece then. So just gotta wait for the right time for that. Maybe at that time it won't be organic anymore, so I don't know. See what happens. It's becoming more and more of a headache as far as I'm concerned. So don't know how much longer we'll be. As long as Dad still wants to keep farming, I guess we'll stay have a small organic program yet. But once he retires and doesn't want to do it anymore, then I'm not doing it. Nope. I mean, we try to do the least amount of tillage as possible. Like, you know, during the winter time, you know, before winter, if we have to do some spot tillage, you know, we'll leave wide strips and everything just to kind of help keep it down while trying to take care of some of the weeds and whatnot. That's the major problem with it for us here. One thing about organic though is that a guy can, you know, you don't use chemicals. I mean, you don't have to worry about that at all. You don't have to worry about any of that. But I'm saying that there's a happy medium between full conventional and organic. There's a happy medium. I think where a lot of the issues lie with conventional is with desiccation of crops. That's I think where the biggest issue lies. You know, guys burn down crops before harvest to help it dry down quicker. I think that's one of the major issues why we're finding stuff in our food chain, you know, food supply, chemicals. That's one of the reasons why in-crop spraying is not an issue, because during in-crop spraying you have to spray before they start blooming or putting out seed or anything. Like, you have to do it well in advance of that. Because with some of these sprays too, like, you know, if the plant is in the boot stage for some crops, or if it's starting to bloom, put blooms out, you know, some sprays can actually hurt the yield, then hurt the plant then when it's too far along. So really in-crop spraying is fine, because there's the actual produce there isn't, it's not there yet. So, and plus Mother Nature has time to cleanse, clean, rinse. It gives her lots of time then. You know, I'm in the sense, you know, if I only have to spray on a field once for our conventional stuff, if I only have to spray a field once during the year, that's a win. And that does happen quite often, especially with some of our small grains, either with wheat, oats, durum, barley. You know, a lot of those, you know, a lot of that time we just have to spray once, just one in crop spraying pass. That's it. Flaxeed usually takes two. You got to have a pre, because flax is such a wuss, and only a certain amount of sprays you can actually use with it. Pretty wussy crop to be on top of it there. So that's almost always two pass things there, and soybeans are the same way too. Soybeans as well. Corn is interesting for us. Sometimes we've only had to do one pass with corn, sometimes two. Kind of depends on the year, depends on the soil type, what weeds there are. I mean, it all depends. So, and I'm just not going out there to spray just for the hell of it. I'm going out to spray to take care of weed problems. So, but I don't want to have to do any more passes of spraying either, because that's expensive. It's very expensive. So, but the nice thing about organic though is that I don't have to worry about sprays. Then, like, it's nice in that department. Like, I don't have to worry about any of that. But it's just this darn tillage though. I don't like it. Lose a lot of moisture in this process. You lose all that, any soil structure you had, you lose that. Lose water infiltration. Kind of disturbs too much of the ecosystem. That's why I just don't like it. I just don't like it. Plus, the other thing too is, like, why I say organic isn't the answer either, is that these seed companies too, they got to get back to having better quality grains. We got too much of this mindset of pushing yield so hard and trying to develop resistances. I mean, you know, some of these traits and some of these varieties have, like, some of them have good drought resistant traits. Some have, you know, they can be pretty hardy plants. But it's it's one of those things, you got to strip it away from something else, and what goes down, probably the quality of the actual produce of it too can go down. I've been hearing stuff, they're trying to make a hybrid with some of those ancient grains and trying to merge it with another variety to kind of give it some decent traits for some disease control and some resistances, make it a little more hardy during drought. You know, it's trying to find make a good variety there. But these ancient grains though have so much quality about them though. I mean, that's what our ancestors lived off of. We need to kind of get back to that. That's what's really lacking in our food supply. As years have gone on here, as I've gotten a little older here and more experience of working with this now, work with Dad more on it as years have gone on, ins and outs of it, and the paperwork side and the marketing and just everything, laws and regulations. Just like, oh my gosh, it's getting worse and worse every year. It's worse yet, it's worse yet having both both crops, organic and conventional, program. Like that's what sucks the most about it. It's more paperwork yet. It just makes it worse. There's more tasks to do, clean out, keeping grain separate. Like there's just a lot more overhead work to do than some year. This whole quarter here will be into no-till. Some year it will be. So same with this quarter over here, right across this gravel road here too. And I can finally retire these plows, then retire this old equipment, trying to, you know, it's a bit of upkeep on this old equipment to keep it running. There's one good thing about this setup is that everything's mechanical back there. There's no electronics back there. There's nothing. Everything's mechanical. So when something breaks, it's you know right away what's broken. You can visibly see it. So leave your comments down below. What do you guys think? What do you think the answer is? Where's the balance? It's not only us responsible for us farmers to raise good quality crops, but it's got to be everybody else too. Seed companies. At the same time, I was trying to change our tune and some of our practices here to kind of uphold our end of the bargain. I want to raise good quality. I want to raise good quality food because that's the same stuff I eat. I eat my own beef. I eat my own flaxseed. If I feel safe to eat my own produce, I think then it should be safe for everybody else then too, right? Now, the topic of soybeans and corn, that's a whole nother discussion. That's a whole nother topic. So, I'm just gonna go fill my drill up again. Got the stuff sitting over here, the gravity box. Fill up, see how much seed I used again. The rest of it here. Make sure I'm seeding correctly. Still gonna keep track yet how many rounds I make. So, kind of hard to do at this field. As the field is it's not a full half mile, so I have to estimate here. Dad's a little bit easier because he's been doing full-length field. So, why is it looking so gray over there? It's clear over here, but look at that smoke in the air over there. That's what it looks like. It looks almost just, like I say, it just looks gray. Huh. Don't put past anything though. It doesn't seem like there's always smoke the last 10 years. Taking a short little break here. Filled the drill. Eating my lunch. Dinner, supper, all in one, basically. Good stuff there. Deer, pork sausage, and a little bit of hot dish. No. Hearty meal there. But probably have gravity box got to get refilled today. Put the other variety of oats in there and go with that. And yeah, I suppose now I finally had half a mile to go. I'll be able to make sure the drill is seeding correctly yet. Kind of upped it up a little bit more to seed. We were seeding a little light the first drill full. Halfway through, made a few rounds to kind of estimate. Seeding a little light, so we pumped it up, and haven't seeded oats with organic oats in a long time. So we have no records of how heavy the drill should be set. So it just more or less was a guessing game. Tomorrow's gonna be ugly. Gonna be high winds and 80 degrees out. So what we're gonna work on tomorrow. I don't know, might just see what fields we have to do yet. See how far we get today. Yeah, it's got to finish this field here, and he's gonna probably do the field I'm on here. It's just sitting on here. Yeah, there's another field that needed clover. Or yeah, it was this one. I think this field needs clover, so that'll be the 3 fields that need clover. He's just been seeding that, interseeding that. And there's a field we want to plant alfalfa in further south here then, so that'll be done with the other drill. It's kind of a screwy, short, square field, so brother's still doing some spraying yet too. Nice day today, so started yesterday evening, and yeah, just kind of doing some of the fields that need flax. They're going to be seeded to flaxeed, so getting them ready here. So hopefully next weekend you can start seeding flaxseed. So, and probably the corn as well too. We got to get some fertilizer here and drill down, and then probably start seeding corn next weekend, probably too, or later this week. Dad's down temporarily and blew a tire on the plow. Do have a tire at home, I'm pretty sure. I just don't know if there's any equipment we could just steal a tire and rim off of, just tiny beat, but I don't think we got anything, so. But yeah, could have happened a half an hour ago when we were filling. Made one pass and yeah, just like that. And going, this field was summerfallow last year. As far as the water kind of went down, kind of backed off a little bit even after all that rain. I think we can pretty much get through most of everything that we seeded last year, so pretty much getting right up to the end of the slough here. Let's do that, I guess. And just a guessing game. So I have to drive down here, so it's gonna be kind of screwy for me here early on. Awkward turning here for this plow. This plow, it likes to turn better going right. Like when you try to turn left, that it just kind of more or less pushes that big tire there, just because of the weight of that stuff back there, the packer and the drill. So I kind of have to what I can do here for turning around here might be kind of interesting. So I maybe should have taken a bigger turn yet. Should have taken a bigger turn. There's about 60 to 70% less dust in this field just because of the cover on here. A lot of moisture underneath there. Well, getting down there. Basically, 2 fields left to do. Dad's finishing up a field in the north here. I don't see him right now. Must be over on the east side. He over yonder, those trees somewhere over there. But he's got to finish up this field yet, where I was plowing. Kind of turning left-hand turn. The other plow can turn better that way. Shorter path. There's a slough in the middle now, so I have to lift up and go around. So we'll finish that up with the little plow. What I'm going to do though, I'm going to go head over last 2 fields. I'm going to start both fields, open up so I have my plow set down further. So smaller field started, and then I'm going to go work on the bigger field then. So pretty much down to like 50 acres left to go probably, I'd say. Didn't do a whole lot yesterday on Sunday. It was just so windy out. Didn't really want to be turning dirt with that outside with 80 degrees out and high winds. And today 80 degrees again today, but wind's still 20 mile an hour yet, but it's not nearly as bad though as it was yesterday. There's a little field here yet to do where the gravity box is sitting here. Got a little field. I gotta disc it in because it's not really a long field. That field we've usually been digging and discing in every year just because it's it would take forever with the plows, put it that way. So, but we're gonna mix alfalfa and grass, put that back in there because it's such a short, small field. Put that back in alfalfa again. We've only had that broke up for maybe, it's been 5 years already. So I think we could have broken it up when we broke up this little piece here, this little strip here. Or else it would have to be summerfallow, like this year. But it's just like, yeah, we'll just put it back in alfalfa. It's just a small field. Really contend with it the hay instead. So yeah, and then I gotta do all the ends of the field yet, dig them in, and any other little spot too. I'll have to take care of yet. Probably do that tomorrow. Hopefully by tomorrow evening we'll be all the organic stuff will be done then.